All right, friends and family, what another beautiful week for this week in real estate. Last week, I got asked a really good question. And look, every week, people are asking me daily, I get questions. And a lot of this one is going to be seller specific. Why should I sell now? When should I sell now? Or do I just stop and wait? So let me tell you what the stop and wait gets you. So I'm going to show you a couple of resources that I'm looking at, right? This is straight up in fresh data that we can track all the way back. You've seen this a bunch from a graph perspective. So I'm going to focus specifically on the city of Glendora, which is the green line, right? I live in Glendora. Our office is in Glendora. You'll notice Glendora to Rancho. The reason I'm showing you this is it's trending the same line, right? So when we really look at May of 2022 as the peak of the market, everything sort of trended down since then. The question we get asked is, well, when is it going to stop, right? And you'll hear me oftentimes go back and say, hey, as long as we don't start getting below May of 2020, because March was we're all going to die because of COVID. We peaked up a little bit in April. The market took off in May. Yeah, Glendora dipped a little, but look at the rest. The blue is all of the MLS. I'm sorry, the blue is Glendora to Rancho, and the maroon is the entire MLS. And so when you look at that, again, Glendora turns smaller units, so the marks look a little more drastic. But after May of 2020, the market just continued to climb and climb and climb and climb and climb all the way to May of 2022, and then it dipped off. So here's what I did. I took this graph and said, what does that mean specifically to you if you're trying to sell the house, right? If you're saying, hey, Ryan, I don't want to lose equity, even though I've already lost what is 15%, how do I know the floor, right? And I am saying arbitrarily, let's sell before we get below. Let's hold that May of 2020 values, because in May of 2020, everybody was shocked. I can't believe we're still going to go up. I can't believe this is happening. And then everything from May of 2020 above, we're still in that equity run. So we still have a massive equity gain from 2018, 19, 20, those 3 years. Forget all the way back. You're looking here, 2019, the median sales price in Glendora was 517 of January 2018, and we're now at 750. So we have massive equity gains over years. Now, just because we had massive gains doesn't justify a loss. I get that. I'm a homeowner. Here's what we've done is I've looked and I said, what's the average? What are we losing? So I'm a spreadsheet guy. Don't worry about all the decimal points in the red and all of that. May of 2022 is the peak. What happened in June? Again, this is just Glendora. If you're curious, you live in another city, you want to see how this affects you, let me know and we can get your neighborhood in this situation and we can get your city in here, right? So take a look at this. We gained 2% April to May of 2022. We went up 2.8%. In June of 2022, we dipped just about 1%. June to July, we dropped 0.75%. July to August, we dipped 4.83. September, we had a little increase. Whoop. So we didn't really lose 3. Okay. Then we had a massive dip going September to October of the close price down 10, right? Now we're looking at November up 3. That's good. December down 5%. Okay. All of this up, down, up, down. What does that look like? So we're down year to date in January. I just ran it this morning. Year to date in January, we're down 2% from what we closed out in December with. What information is this telling us? It's saying since May of 2022, we've dropped approximately 15.4% of home values in the city of Glendora. That's average to 2.2%. So if we know, stay with me here, if we know that we've dropped 15.4% total, on average, we're losing about 2%. Some months we'll tick back up. Then how far before we run back down to that 2020 value? It's about 4 months, right? So that's where we're at. So if I'm telling you sell now, it's not because I'm a guy who makes a living selling real estate and I just need something to sell, which we still have record low inventory. So I absolutely need product to sell. If you speak to lenders and buyers agents out there, they're going to tell you they still need product to buy, right? They still have buyers, that we need inventory. Sellers, if you know you're going to sell and the market continues to fall, you in the city of Glendora, you can rest comfortably, right? Saying, I'm probably going to lose on average 2.2% of my equity if this downward trend continues. Now, it could slow. In 1 month, you only lose 1%. And the next month, we gain 3%. You're back to that average of losing 2. Okay. So I can say with relative certainty, Glendora to Foothill, it's about the same, 2 to 2.5%. If you're my family in Oceanside, you're about the same down there as well. If you need your neighborhood or your city and you're saying, hey, I'm thinking about selling, but I was going to hold out till March. Do you think that's a good idea? Let's dig a little deeper into your neighborhood. Let's see how big of a spread that is. And let's find out if that potential loss of 6% equity, right? If that's real, does it drop you below what you needed in order to execute whatever you were going to buy once you sold this property? If it's true, then you don't wait till March to list. You list it right now. All right. I could ramble about this for days. Wanted to say thank you to a couple people. We love our community partners out there. For Freedom Outreach, Hearts of Beauty, McKinley's Children's Center. These are great organizations that are continuing to pour back into the community. And one of the things we love doing the most in Capital and Influence is actually writing checks to those community partners. And so thank you for your referrals. Thank you for your business. Every piece of business we earn from you guys, we write checks to these 3 organizations, Hearts of Beauty, For Freedom Outreach, and McKinley's Children's Center, all going after the restoration of the masculine and feminine heart. So thank you for being a part of helping us move the kingdom forward through Capital and Influence. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.